The vast depths of the sea house many fantastical beings, and nowhere else on Earth could you find so many different species with such close evolutionary ties to the prehistoric creatures that roamed the Earth with the dinosaurs. One such specimen is the shark. Sharks are known for their carnivorous ferocity and their multiple rows of teeth that allow them to mercilessly hunt their prey. However, at the same time, a certain mystery surrounds this both beloved and feared species. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 3 instances where researchers realized that perhaps we do not know as much about sharks as we sometimes think. Researchers keep changing their mind on how big Megalodon was. The prehistoric Megalodon was the massive great-great-great-grandfather of the sharks that lurk among beaches today. Researchers studying fossilized skeletons of the Megalodon agreed that it was undoubtedly one of the largest shark species to ever roam the ocean. However, they were previously unable to agree upon exactly how large this creature was until a recent study answered these questions once and for all. The massive beast lived from around 23 million years ago until 3 million years ago, and fossilized remains of its teeth, which are as large as human hands, have finally cracked the code in allowing scientists to definitively estimate the truly massive proportions of the Megalodon. Sharks' multiple rows of teeth mean that they frequently shed them, sometimes as often as once a week, and the next tooth in the row moves forward to take its place. Since the teeth grow proportionately with the shark, and on average a shark will lose 2,000 teeth in its lifetime, paleontologists at the University of Bristol and Swansea University were able to take rare fossilized Megalodon teeth and compare them with teeth of modern-day species to chart a growth curve for the ancient beast. The growth curve generated mathematical calculations which were used to determine the previously undetermined proportions of the Megalodon, and these proportions were mammoth indeed. The shark would have reached adult size at around 18 meters, with a tail length of an average of 4 meters and weighing upwards of 48 tons. Clocking in at more than twice the size of a modern-day great white shark, the Megalodon is by far the largest shark species to have existed. Its dorsal fin alone would have been as tall as the average adult male, and the bite force behind those multiple rows of teeth was estimated to be over 10 tons, dwarfing the great white's bite strength of only 2 tons. Serrated bite marks on the fossilized bones of animals unfortunate enough to be prey to the Megalodon act as a testament to the incredible strength of those jaws. The Megalodon, meaning giant tooth, is aptly named, with teeth over 3 times the size of the great white shark, which is its closest modern-day relative. There is no doubt that those massive jaws ruled the sea in its time. Great white mysteriously vanished from satellites. Shark researchers have been diligently working for years to dispel shark prejudices largely attributed to media such as Jaws and Shark Week. Sharks are actually incredibly predictable beasts that have been swimming in our midst since ancient times. They are creatures of habit who frequent the same feeding grounds, are incredibly sensitive to temperature changes in their environment, and follow the same migratory patterns every year, meaning that they are always among us but are rarely seen as they adhere closely to their predictable routines. Scientists hoped that by tracking and publicizing the movements of the more stereotyped members of the species, they could help to fix the reputation of sharks in the public eye. One shark was Catherine, who was one of the largest great white sharks in the North Atlantic at over 4 meters long and well over 1,000 kilograms at the time she was tagged with the GPS satellite on August 20th, 2013. Her whereabouts being constantly broadcast to the public as she cruised the coasts of Florida made her an instant celebrity. At one point, she even had a Twitter account with 61,000 avid followers and fans all along the coast hoping to catch sight of her as she passed. She truly appeared to be the ambassador that researchers had hoped for, as the public delighted in sightings of Catherine and followed her live stream tracking updates carefully. However, tragedy struck when on May 12, 2019, Catherine's location was pinged off the South Carolina coast, and then there was satellite silence. leaving her fans to wonder what had become of the massive great white shark. The satellite only pings when the shark's dorsal fin breaks the surface, and great whites can go months without ever seeing the light of day. Yet months passed and there was still no sign of beloved Catherine. Until, amazingly, almost a year later at the end of March, a faint ping reached satellites off the coast of Virginia. Believing it to be a ghost ping, researchers disregarded it until April, when 3 pings within quick succession proved without a doubt that Catherine was indeed back and believed to be bigger than ever. Since she was not a full-grown adult at the time of her disappearance, researchers estimate that Catherine will likely put on around 450 kilograms. One thing that is less certain is where exactly Catherine went during her extended hiatus. One theory blames the interruption on biofouling, an accumulation of algae, mussels, and other aquatic detritus that could have blocked the signal on the antennae and only recently worked its way free. However, if this were the case, the battery on her tracker was only supposed to last 5 years, and it is still pinging satellites after 7. So it is somewhat amazing that we were even able to hear from Catherine again. Regardless of how she managed to disappear, researchers are happy to see her again, and as great white sharks can live up to 75 years, hoping we can follow her movements and learn more about the habits of these ocean predators for many years to come. Why has no one seen a whale shark giving birth? The whale shark has a reputation of being the gentle giants of the ocean, and for good reason. Dwarfing their infamous great white relatives, they can grow to as large as a school bus, but are peaceful filter feeders with huge flattened heads and a unique spotted pattern on their backs. The giant whale shark holds the record for one of the biggest animals in the sea, but they are also one of the biggest mysteries. As researchers tried to work out how to save this endangered species, they realized that they had no idea about one of the most crucial aspects of this endeavor. How exactly do whale sharks give birth? To be able to help a species survive, scientists need to understand the mating patterns and birthing behavior of that species. However, researchers studying whale sharks have never been able to witness these behaviors in the sharks that they study. In 2018, scientists were able to perform ultrasound on several female whale sharks off the coast of the Galapagos Islands who appeared to have distended stomachs. However, although they were able to obtain imaging of unfertilized eggs and ovaries, the females were not pregnant. A second attempt to uncover the mystery involved placing trackers on several female whale sharks, but scientists were yet again left with more unanswered questions, as the sharks frequently dove below the 2,000-meter range of the satellites, and nobody knows exactly why, as the plankton that the sharks feed on are not found at such depths. Finding it nearly impossible to form a conservation plan based on such meager knowledge, marine biologists have been forced to watch as the number of whale sharks dwindles each day. They are widely travelled and can be found in a variety of waters across the world, making it nearly impossible to track their movements. One tagged shark, named Anne, travelled nearly 13,000 miles over the course of 2 years, and even ended up in the Mariana Trench, which is the deepest place on Earth. Fortunately, there have been some lucky breaks to give scientists some clues as to how exactly the whale shark reproduces. 2 individual eyewitness reports of a whale shark mating ritual in the South Atlantic have hinted at the necessary conditions for mating to occur. A harpooned female whale shark in 1995 turned out to be pregnant with over 300 pups in different stages of development, but all from the same father, indicating that the female sharks likely mate once and store the sperm for later release. Georgia Aquarium in Atlanta is home to 4 juvenile whale sharks who have yet to reach sexual maturity, but the hope is that scientists will be able to study their behavior in captivity to help understand more of what happens in the wild. What is certain, however, is that researchers are in a vital race against time to try to solve these mysteries and save this majestic species. Although sharks fascinate many people because of their vicious reputations, the truth is that there are many aspects of these majestic creatures that remain a mystery, and they are not as bloodthirsty as many believe them to be. Hopefully, increasing research will help to promote awareness of the true nature of the species, so that they can be better protected from extinction as they roam the ocean ecosystems. But what do you make of these shark mysteries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.